Hey everybody, Kevin Short here for Bass University TV. You know, I got to tell you, a lot of you guys that are fish heads, you know that I'm a crankbait guy. Man, I've made a whole lot of money throwing a crankbait, particularly a little Squarebill Crankbait, little balsa WEC. Won a couple of elite events. You know, won an open doing it, and a whole lot of money in a whole lot of different places. And that's kind of the beauty of a Squarebill, is when you kind of figure out the situations, particularly when you're talking about, you know, throwing it around cover like this piece of wood behind me. This creek that we're in, man, it's got like a lot of targets. It's got like a lot of laydowns. Looks like it's got some stumps. We're gonna throw around a few here a little bit later on and see, you know, kind of show you how I actually throw it, what I'm looking for. Starting off though, I want to show you the rods, the reels, the actual lures, hooks, kind of the technical side of what works for me. So I've got a couple of different kinds of Squarebills in this box right here, and some of them are plastic and some of them are wood, and there's a time and a place for each one. You know, in my mind, what works the best for me and has for years is I throw a wooden bait on wood cover, stumps, boat docks, you know, bridge pilings, any kind of wood. Man, first and foremost, I'm gonna throw a wooden bait, because to me, the action of wood, particularly when it's bouncing off of wood, works a whole lot better. When I'm trying to bounce a Squarebill off of rock, or, you know, if I'm just going down the bank, you know, grinding it in the bottom, that's when I'm going to throw a plastic bait. Now there's times when I'll actually throw a little plastic bait on wood maybe when I'm looking for a particular size bait. Maybe I need something that's a little bit smaller, or maybe a little bit tighter wiggle, or when I want a little bit of a rattle. Okay, most all of the wooden baits that I have do not have a rattle in them, and that doesn't, you know, that really doesn't concern me a lot, because every wooden bait that's ever been made, I mean, you can hear that right there. There's no rattle in that bait, but that's just the hooks bouncing off the bait. So even baits that don't have a rattle in them, they still make noise when they're coming through the water. Not only do you have the vibration of the bait making noise, but you also have the hooks flopping back and forth against the bait, making a little bit of a ticking sound. Okay, so don't get hung up on, you know, rattle, no rattle. Man, to me, the action of the bait, the wobble of the bait is more important than the sound of the bait in most situations, okay? Man, this is a little WEC E1. I mean, this is the one that I've done most of the damage with on the Elite Series, and it's just a classic, you know, Squarebill. And when I say, you know, when I'm talking Squarebill, I'm talking a bill that's literally square out on the end. The corners may not be sharp, you know, and pointed. They may be a little rounded. That's fine. The thing that you'll find is like this bait right here with a little bit sharper corners. After you throw it for a while, even if you're just throwing it on wood, those little corners will get a little more rounded. So they'll all have rounded corners if you throw them enough. That's not a big deal. They don't have to have super sharp corners. What this bait does though, any kind of a Squarebill, what it does is, obviously when it's coming through the water, what you want that bait to do is you want it to come up to a piece of cover like this.
Bass University TV, an online video training course where you'll learn champion bass fishing techniques from pro anglers Pete Gluzek, Mike Iaconelli, and their talented special guests. Watch hours of video content on multiple topics at your own pace for a low monthly fee. Cancel at any time. Subscribe today.